Welcome, my name's Sebastian. Today's video is going to be a short one, but it's going to be worth its weight in gold, especially since it could save your life further down the road. Let me explain with a short little story of the solo developer that had big dreams of a startup-worthy application. So, a small little solo developer has been hard at work for the past few weeks, developing his prototype, and he's ready to share it with the world. After sharing it to Reddit, he is overwhelmed by the feedback he's been getting. People have been signing up, have been using his service, his tool, his product, and now there's real user demand. People are suggesting change, ways he could handle the application differently, what should look differently, what should work differently, and our solo developer is happy. But that happiness only lasts for a short while, as the horrifying realization begins to set in. What is the realization, you might ask? That everything here is in one Firebase project. Yes, every single data entry of a user, every password, everything is inside of one Firebase project. And this project is the same one where he's going to be trying out his new fancy query where a user can delete all of his documents or all of his progress trackers with one button click. Rightly did he fear that if there was one little error in this, and he was trying it out during development, that there might be a loss in production data. People might lose all of the data if he was trying this functionality out and just forgot to add one little where clause. So to prevent this, he looked around in the internet and he relatively quickly found his solution. Instead of having only one Firebase project with his Angular application, he had two. And all the problems that he had and all the fear went away. Let me explain why. By having one project that is a production environment and one project that is a development environment, you mitigate the chance to completely destroy your user's data by accident. Because you have a safe environment where you can develop, where you can try database calls, and where it's okay if you destroy half of your database because you didn't really consider something or you want to try something out. But you still have your safe environment where all your user's data lives and where only tested and tried code goes to, so you can rest assured that your users only get the best quality of the code that you can currently produce. This is an important sentence. Didn't say enterprise grade production code or something, or 10 developers worth of production code. It's the code that you can currently produce. So you're going to be learning, and to learn, you need a safe environment to practice. You need your development environment where you can try out your database calls and figure out how stuff works. And today I'm going to be showing you where you can set up your development environments in Angular and how you can run both of them so you can try and test to your heart's content, even if you're not that familiar yet with the Firestore database. Here I have a standard Angular project. If you want to have a tutorial where I go in depth on this and create the Angular projects and set up Firebase and everything, please let me know that. But I thought I'd make a quick YouTube tutorial to get back into the swing of things, so here we go. In your standard Angular project that you've created, there's going to be two environment files. One environment.ts, which is the development environment file, and your environment.prod file, which is going to be here for your production environment that you wanted to actually deploy to. If you now take a look into these, you can already see that I've added my Firebase credentials. You can see we've added the Firebase dev credentials in the environments.ts file and our production credentials into our environment.prod.ts file. How can we now serve our application with each environment? Really simple. We use a standard ng-serve, but we add the configuration flag to it with development or production, depending on what we want. So if we want our ng-serve with the configuration for development, and we open it up, you can see that we have only two default clocks in here instead of our giant amount of clocks over here. We can delete one clock, we can look into our development database, and we can see, yep, this is the one clock, everything is fine. And if you look over here, we see all these other clocks. If you want to run your code in the production environment, you can just append the production flag here, open it up, log in. And as you can see, we have the same two views here. Perfect. Now to finish off, let me show you where these configurations are stored in Angular. You go into your angular.json file, scroll all the way to your configuration section here, and here you can see we have a production configuration and a development configuration. It's that simple. You can even change your default configuration, which I suggest you put to development right away, because there's gotta be a time when you hit your good old trusted friend ng-serve without any parameters, and you don't want this to be your production environment then if you try something out for the first time and you're in a bit of stress, so it's just your old habit. So if you now open this up, you can see we're in a development environment and the world is good. This has been the tutorial. I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the format I was telling the story in. If you want a more in-depth and technical tutorial about this, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to your suggestions and I'd like to produce the content that helps me grow and that you want to see. To get back in the swing of things, I wanted to make a short little video, concise, to the point, and with a little bit of a narrative so you can enjoy the story of the small little solo developer that created a big startup and now finally has his problem solved.